Hello and welcome to Eyebrows Gaming. I'm Eyebrows, and today we'll be doing our first multiplayer battle on the channel. I have played a fair bit of multiplayer before. I don't like to blow my own horn, but I do alright. I get by. I win enough. So today I am playing the brand new Bray-Shaman of the Shadowgave, led by Morgur over here. My allies today will be the Empire. We are facing off against the Crooked Moon Clan and the Warriors of Chaos. Today I brought 3 units of Ungor Spearmen, bit of a front line just to give me some staying power, 2 units of Vestigors at the back, Armour Piercing for that Chaos Warrior, got a Doom Bull, got Bray-Shaman of Death and Morgur himself down there. Over here, got 2 units of Centaurs making around the flank, coming up for a flank objective. We also have 2 units of Ungor Stealth Ungors, the ones with Stalk, Ungor Raiders as well, because they've also got Stalk, and a unit of Harpies flapping overhead. Empire Blair, a guy called Holy, good guy. Brought in a Sunmaker, he's got a great cannon. That's going to be opening fire on the Hell Cannons somewhere over on the opposite hill. The Sunmaker is letting loose, doing some damage to the Chaos Warriors, dishing out a little bit of hurt before we meet them in the main fray. He's got 4 units of Great Swords at the back, he's got 4 units of Spearmen to take charge, he's got a unit of Silver Bullets, and he's got a Jade Wizard, as well as Karl Franz just coming back from a little soiree across the valley. He's just been on holiday, he's coming back, he's got postcards, he's doing fine. Over here we've got 2 units of Squig Herds coming around for a flank attack. They're a long time coming, but they do arrive. And how? Got goblins, 3 units of goblins getting mullered by the Sunmaker there. And they're retreating into the trees. Got the Spider Queen making a headway. She's going to be summoning a hatchling shortly. Got the Warlords boys, and we've got a unit of regular Night Goblins here. Those ones are unbreakable, the ones with Scarsnake's banner. They're going into the trees to hide. At the back we've got 2 units of Alt Biggins, and we've got the Crimson Killers, very deadly melee unit, led by Scarsnake, and he's brought a Hammer of Gork with him, as well as 2 Goblin Big Bosses on spiders. Could be pretty dangerous later on if they go after one of our heroes. Chaos Player brought along a Hell Cannon, which in any minute now should be dead. Also got units of Forsaken, Chaos Warriors. Also got the Archeon, Chaos Troll. That was pretty brutal, wasn't it? Bloody hell! I was just kind of a bit shocked by that. Got Chaos Warriors with shields, Chaos Warriors with great weapons. Got Chosen with great weapons on the left flank. Forsaken, they're all looking out this way, keeping an eye out for my flanking units, all hiding in the trees down here. I made sure they were all out of sight. Keep them hidden away. Karl Franz is on the run. He's got Spider Hatchlings nipping at his heels. He needs to get out of there. It was a pretty bold move throwing Franz in like that, and it didn't pay off. Sometimes it does. Most of the time it doesn't. The Arachnarch Queen does come in for a full charge, like comes straight after us. Might not have been the brightest move, but there you go. Squigs are coming around to the forest. They're hiding over there. Got the Goblin Horde with Scarsnake waiting in the tree line down here. I can barely see him. The grass is so tall. And now the Chaos Player's on the charge. He's moving forward. He's getting hit by the Sunmaker. He's taking a fair bit of damage already, spread evenly across his units. Hopefully it'll take just enough out of them for us to then do some proper damage. Trolls coming in at the back. They're pretty much untouched. Keeping Archeon close by just to make sure they stay in the fight. Spider Queen's gone in. She has lost. She's losing a lot of health and she's breaking. I sent my Ungor Spearmen over to reinforce the Empire line, just get them out of the way as quickly as we can before the rest of the Orcs and Goblins arrive. Chaos coming in across the river. Goblins are already coming up the hill towards us. Squigs are not yet moving around. Top Sunmaker. Vestigor's positioned a little further out on the hill. I do squish them in a little bit further just to be close to the battle. Basically as an idea to swing them round, do some damage that way. Morgur's going in to reinforce the battle. Bray-Shaman of Death is coming through the back. He's going to be sitting idle, and he, in a moment, will be casting a very deadly Purple Sun, and these goblins right here. So let's see before. Before that, he had 0 kills. So remember that he had 0 kills up to this point. We'll keep an eye on the main fray. The rest of the Spiderlings get mopped up. Those guys reinforce. Karl Franz has been healed up, and he's going after Skarsnik. Hopefully do some major damage. Something going on with the goblins over there, not sure what that was. Hopefully a buff for the Empire. Skarsnik and Franz having a scrap. Oh, and here we go. Second and pull away. Got one. Purple Sun. Perfectly timed. Scattered all the goblin forces. Karl Franz comes in, crushing goblins, and these units break and run. So, holy smokes, 43 kills. Yes, they were only goblins, but for a wizard to get any kills of that sort is impressive. Alright, things are starting to turn on the right-hand side. My Vestigals are engaged with Forsaken. I should have the upper hand there. I have got armor piercing, and they don't. I'm much more armoured. Chaos Trolls coming in at the back, going against my Vestigals, which is a really bad matchup. Sending my Ungor Spearmen to back them up. Also summoned in some Chaos Spawn with Morgur's innate ability, just to help hold the line, do some damage to these Chaos Warriors, and they're doing very well. Where are my Harpies? I just saw them. There they are. They're coming over the top for an attack. They're going, well, they're going somewhere. Don't know where. Morgur is in here with the Gorbel. He's facing off against a lot of Chaos Warriors with great weapons, and Archaon, who is casting Piercing Bolts. This will be very good against Morgur. He does have regeneration. He is vulnerable to fire damage. So that is a lot of damage and a bit of morale damage. The Firestorm rolling around. That was cast earlier on. Sucks up a few of my Ungors, but luckily misses the majority of my army. Chaos Spawns over here are breaking apart. Harpies are in helping out, trying to break morale. Spawn over here, tear apart these Chaos Warriors. They break and they flee. I must have broken the other ones as well, because they've gone in. Ooh, Sending Gores going in for a charge. Very good charge. They immediately break this unit here. They give up. They've got their soul blighted as well. The Gorbel is desperately trying to keep Morgur alive. He's hanging on. He's got regeneration. He's hanging in there. The Empire has created a bit of a bulwark, but they have been charged in the rear by Chaos Knights. A lot of Orc Biggins, the Kings and Killers are here. Everyone's coming in chopping. It's looking a bit dicey for Morgur as well. He's surrounded. But we've got Razor Gores coming in the rear. Coming in the rear. Humber's coming into the rescue. Doing a bit of damage, driving them back. Gorbel is not giving up. Trying to take on Archaon. Morgur's hanging in there. He's doing a bit of damage. He's doing some splash damage. Empire player is starting just to break. His units are starting to crumble. He's not got Franz. Franz is flying off that way, which is not going to help his line. He starts to buckle. He's done very well to hang up to this point against that many Orcs, but just starts to crack. I come in with some reinforcements from the back. Got Vestigors and Chaos Spawn coming in for a charge. God, they're so awesome. They're just, just the whole manner of what Chaos Spawn are is just incredible. Just tearing Spawn coming out every hole in the ground, ripping the place up. Morgur's army is going to be absolutely crazy. Just Spawn all over the place. It's a true Chaos army. It's not a true Chaos army without Spawn. The Empire player starts to retreat. His head's flying. Squig's hopping about, eating people. Yep, the Squigs came in. They did a lot of damage. Still munching on a few hangovers, and the Jade Wizard is getting a bit chomped on. Now there's a big melee between Chaos Spawns. That's that's pretty noisy. Let's just take a look at that from a little further away. You can see the way the battles are adjourned. It's quite cool from this angle, actually. I don't often use strategic view. The 3D looks cool on TV. We've got a fight going on here. Skarsnik is casting Tricksy Traps, buffing up his units, giving them leadership. It's leadership he wants. But now the hero, man of the hour, the one who changes the whole battle, Bray-Shaman of Death. Into the fray he goes. Morgur's trying to pull out. He's on 1400 health. Still regenerating. Well, he's not got long to go. He needs to get out of there if he wants to stay alive, because if he dies, that'll be it for my army. It's a big stalemate over here. The Empire is returning. They are coming back to back us up. Karl Franz comes in for a desperate charge. He's on very low health. If he breaks now, that Empire army's on its way. But now we have the moment that changes it all. One spell from the Law of Death. Aspect of the Dread Knight causes terror that immediately terrifies everyone on low leadership, which is the entire Orc army. They break, and because it's this late in the battle, they shatter and run. And just look at the carnage all over the place. Just got Archaon's just gone down. There's a couple of goblins left from the Unbreakable unit, and there's just absolute wreckage all across the battlefield. Blood and slaughter. Orcs running. Just wait for these last few goblins to tick away. One left, and there he goes. Close victory. Very well fought battle. It was a lot of fun, and I've not had one I enjoyed that much and was that proud of for a very long time. Alright, so looking at statistics, there is still a bug with the lineups, so I'm afraid I can't analyse Holy and Quappa's armies, so you'll just have to settle for myself and Celestial Putin, who was a very nice guy actually. We were speaking after the game, added me on Steam. We're going to start playing some games soon. Alright, so starting with Morgur, he got 15 kills, summoned a lot of spawning, which held the line, dealt tons and tons of damage. Between him and the units that he summoned in, I would say he must have got over 100 kills, because each one of the spawn that I was looking at had 30-40 kills each, and he summoned all 4 units. The Bray-Shaman got 48 kills off his got 48 kills from his Purple Sunner's area, so ripped through those goblins, very good amount. The Gorbel was going after a lot of high-value targets compared to goblins. He was doing a lot of damage to Chaos Warriors. The Chosen with great weapons were in there as well. Forsaken. The Ungor Raiders. Ungor Herds with spears. They held the line. 54 kills for that unit. Pretty impressive. Probably when it was fighting the Spiderling hatchlings, as I remember. We've also got 25 and 7. Those two didn't fare so well. That one was the one engaged with the Spiderling hatchlings, and those two came in later and took the brunt of the charges from Chaos Knights and Chaos Warriors. So didn't have a good time. Ungor Herds, 22 and 19, arrived a bit later. Shock reinforcements. They contributed to the battle, to dealing damage to morale and such. The Bestigors, very heavy hitters, dealt a great deal of damage all across the battlefield. 68 and 99. Very well done, well-earned experience. The Ungor Raiders, wasn't really impressed with them this battle, just was the wrong lineup for me, and I deployed them on the wrong side. If they'd been lined up against the Goblins, they probably would have done a lot better. But for this battle, just not the way to go. Centaurs, 2 units, 50 kills between them, 55. Excellent shock charges towards the end, broke the Chaos left flank, their left, and opened the way up for the rest of my army to break through and help hold the line against the Orcs. Harpies did well, picking off artillery, coming around the back and chasing the Trolls away, so they wouldn't bother me again. Razorgore did very well as well. Good charges towards the end, especially with the Chaos Warriors. 41 kills, a lot of those were high-value infantry. So for Celestial Putin, Skarsnik, 58 kills, lost a lot of health. He was in there for a very long time, saw him fighting Karl Franz and battling at the end, so probably dealt a lot of damage to Empire units. 58's a good amount for him. 40 for the Goblin Big Boss, not too bad. He lost most of his health, either he was killed, I think he has a smidgen of health left. I think he broke and ran. 40 kills isn't too bad before he left though. 10 kills for the other one, mustn't have got involved as much. Quite a bit of health left, so must have been just out of the fray. The Goblin Spearmen at the front did their job. A lot of them were killed by the Purple Sun, and the Broken Ran didn't do a lot. Good for sucking up a lot of magic though, I suppose, for them. The Warlords boys, Armour Sundering, 45 kills is a pretty respectable amount for them. Same for the 8-peat loonies with 41. Hopefully they remedies the Fanatics, but being unbreakable is a big bonus for such a large population unit. A lot of individuals in that unit. Orc Biggins, 64 and 77. Quite a bit of damage. Probably killing a lot of Empire soldiers. They're pretty heavy and burly for Empire soldiers to take on their own. Crimson Killers, 57. Surprisingly less than the Biggins for them. They're a very heavy-duty unit. I'm surprised. They must have been out of the battle because they'd suffered less damage, but not as good as they could have been. Definitely a very powerful unit though. Squig Herds, who we saw coming around the side, our left flank, 63 and 79. Suffered a lot of damage, killed a lot of Empire troops, killed the Silver Bullets as I saw, a very high value target. The Arachnarok Queen only got 24. Not very impressive in the way it was used. Could have been held back and brought in with the rest of the armies to really spread the terror among the front line. Goblobber, the Hammer of Gork, the other one. 36 kills, reasonable amount up to where it was, but fortunately I managed to get my harpies in there to sort it out quickly. Alright, well that was that, and thank you very much for tuning in. I hope that you give it a look next time. Feel free to comment, subscribe, give it a like, whatever you feel. Hope you have a good day, and looking forward to next time. Ta-ra for now.